Heard the news. Paige Bueckers has ended the debate with Rookie of the Year with Sona Citron. She put on a masterclass performance, but what is making headlines and really scratching people's heads and turning people's heads, not Paige Bueckers' actual performance, but the way the opposing teams all season long has been allowing her to score at will. Now, I know y'all finna say, John, a liquidator, why you lying? Why you making all this up? Just give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to give her credit. She's making some incredible shots, but let's be serious. There's no traps.
This is unbelievable. Scoring 44 points in a single game is incredible, but what happened afterward is even bigger news. The losing team has been caught in one of the season's biggest mistakes, and the drama has gone far beyond the court. Paige Bueckers delivered an unforgettable performance, and now questions about fairness are louder than ever. Get ready, because this story is turning into one of the biggest controversies the league has seen.
Bueckers, aka Sweet Pea, gave the Sparks 44 last night. Let's get into that footage. She's the only player this year to score over 40 points. You see the behind the back in and out layup. Let's break it down a little slow. Okay, here you see Paige's defender is going to anticipate the pick right here. Pick coming to her right and Paige's left. She's going to jump that pick. Paige sees her jump the pick. She takes the ball with her left, goes behind the back.
Things are starting to feel unusual in the WNBA. It's as if the referees left their whistles at home. Paige Bueckers stepped on the court and calmly scored 44 points. And the only real hustle seemed to be from the concession stand trying to keep up with popcorn orders. After she made 10 shots in a row, you'd expect the defense to at least step up, but it looked like no one was even trying to slow her down.
Wide open looks, and I got the evidence here to prove it. And at the end of the day, Paige Bueckers is basically being propped upon to replace Caitlin. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This league would rather have Paige be the face of the league over Caitlin any day. I don't have anything personally against Paige. I like her as a player. I like her as a person. But when it comes to conspiracies, I got a job to do, and my job is to expose the fake and expose the real. And the real of the matter is that Paige Bueckers is getting these open looks.
But defenses weren't putting up much of a fight. It was almost like Paige had a free pass to do whatever she wanted on the court. Now, don't get twisted. Paige is extremely talented. She can shoot, drive, and create plays with ease. No one's denying her skill. The issue is that the defense looked more like they were part of a commercial than an actual game plan. That's why people started asking, are we watching real basketball or something staged? And then the comparisons began, some even saying she's already better than Caitlin Clark.
Eh bien, nous allons parler de quelque chose qui, une fois de plus, est fortement imprégné de l'agenda de la WNBA. Et qu'est-ce que c'est, vous demandez-vous peut-être? Eh bien, c'est l'escalade, l'élévation d'une certaine Paige Bueckers.
Here's the strange part. The headlines weren't just about Paige's scoring. What grabbed attention was how effortless it all looked. Wide open shots, easy drives, uncontested jumpers. It was as if the defense wasn't even there. No double teams, no traps, no serious effort to slow her down. After 10 quick points, you'd expect the coaches to tighten up the defense, but it never really happened. The result? Paige looked unstoppable, and fans couldn't help but notice the difference. Some even started suggesting the league is eager to push her as the next big star, maybe even setting her up to take the spotlight from Caitlin Clark. The comparison became hard to ignore. Clark has rarely, if ever, been given that kind of freedom. Every time she touches the ball, defenders swarm her. Meanwhile, Paige was getting clean looks all night long, barely pressured, almost like she had the court to herself.
The only player in WNBA history to score 44 points in a single game. Rookie to score 44 in a single game. Now you see her on the block with a Michael Jordan, Kobe type of fadeaway. And one. Quit playing with my youngin' right there. Now you see her on the block. She working her way down to that block. She spinning pivot out the other way. Now she getting a little contact. Okay, the contact is cool. I'm going to go up and under you. Okay, no, you still got some good defense on me. All right, well, let's just see, can you defend this?
The proof is right there in the footage. Paige took threes with defenders standing behind her instead of in front. Since when is guarding from the back an actual strategy? That's not defense. That's jogging for exercise. And it wasn't just once or twice. Over and over, she was given open lanes, uncontested shots, and defenders who looked like they forgot the playbook. At one point, it even seemed like a player stopped mid-run and just let her glide to the basket. Now, sure, Paige is talented, no question about it. But let's be real, nobody gets that kind of freedom every possession. Steph Curry gets double-teamed. LeBron in his prime got hammered with hard fouls. Yet, Paige was taking practice-level shots in a live WNBA game. The only player who looked like she was trying to slow her down was Kelsey Plum. The rest? They played what looked like invisible defense. Hands down, eyes elsewhere, basically clearing the lane. And this wasn't a short stretch. It lasted the entire game. Layups with no one in the paint, mid-range shots with defenders standing feet away, and three-pointers were the closest contest might as well have come from a fan in the stands holding nachos.
Last night, Paige Bueckers went absolutely bananas against the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, picture this for just a second. I got back home last night around 12:30, like super late. I pull up my phone just for a little bit, see what's up, and I see this right here. Paige Bueckers with 44 points, 17 for 21 shooting, which is crazy. That's like 80%. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. She went crazy. I also caught this post here from StatMuse, where not only did she tie the record for most points ever by a rookie, but she's also the first player in WNBA history to put up 40-plus points on 80+% shooting.
Call it lazy defense, call it poor execution. But when the same thing keeps happening, it starts to feel less like coincidence and more like a pattern. Almost as if the plan was, tonight, let Paige go off. That's why the debate kicked off right away. Paige versus Caitlin. Some fans started claiming Paige is the better player. But let's keep perspective. Scoring 44 points with little defensive pressure isn't the same as what Caitlin Clark faces every night. Clark is constantly trapped, double-teamed, and pressured from the opening tip, yet she still managed to carry her team deep into the season. Paige, on the other hand, was playing against defenders who looked like they were just waving her through. Now, nobody's denying Paige's talent. She's an excellent player. But the way this game looked raises questions. Fans can clearly see the difference in how Clark was defended compared to how Paige was treated. And honestly, Paige doesn't even need the extra room. She's good enough to score on her own. But when it appears like she's being given the star treatment, it sends a wrong message and fans notice.
Je veux dire, poignardez-moi dans l'œil avec une cuillère, bon sang. Waouh. Donc, c'est un truc en ce moment. Hier soir, Paige Bueckers a marqué 44 points. Et nous allons regarder une vidéo qui décortique et expose une grande partie de cette merde. Laissez-moi vous dire qu'elle expose beaucoup de choses concernant le traitement de faveur dont bénéficie Paige Bueckers sur le terrain. Elle a perdu le match d'hier soir. Et je ne parle même pas d'une vidéo qui expose la situation d'hier soir. C'est juste une vidéo qui expose beaucoup de sifflets spéciaux, de traitements spéciaux qu'elle reçoit, etc.
If the WNBA is really letting Paige cruise into stardom without serious defense, it's not just about her highlight reel. It's a bad look for the league as a whole. Think about it. Caitlin Clark had to grind her way into the playoffs while dealing with constant pressure from every defense she faced. Meanwhile, Paige and Angel Reese are watching from home. Yet somehow, the narrative keeps circling back to Paige being the one. Yes, a rookie dropping 44 points is impressive, but instead of celebrating performance, fans are dissecting the game like it's a scripted drama. And that's the concern. It feels less like pure competition and more like a manufactured storyline. Take the game film as evidence. Exhibit A. Paige knocks down a three-pointer while her defender is literally trailing behind 2 steps late, like they're jogging to brunch. No contest, no hand in her face, just an easy shot that even a middle school coach would never allow.
Have y'all ever heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy? Because every time I see Paige have a good game now, the only thing I see on social media is Paige is really who we thought you-know-who was. And the you-know-who is referring to Caitlin Clark. Now, the reason this bugged me is that it diminishes Paige, right? It puts her in this hole that she can only be compared to Caitlin Clark, whereas her greatness can stand on its own 2 feet, right? As good as she has been since she stepped in the WNBA this season, as a rookie, can stand on its own 2 feet without having to constantly be compared to Caitlin Clark.
Exhibit B, the wide open lane. And when I say wide open, I mean you could have driven a bus through it. Paige casually walked the rim for an easy layup, and her defender literally stopped mid-play. Like the signal dropped and she froze. That's not just sloppy defense. That looks way too convenient. Exhibit C, no traps. Not a single one. The strategy, if you can call it that, seemed to be standing near Paige, but never actually pressuring her. Compare that to Caitlin Clark, who was double-teamed the second she crossed half court and had entire defenses built around stopping her. Paige got the exact opposite treatment. So, of course, she looked unstoppable. Anyone would with that much space. Honestly, if you or I had those same open looks, we might even hit a few shots ourselves. Maybe not 44 points, but still. And that's where the bigger issue comes in. This isn't just about one great performance. It's about the way the league appears to be shaping the story and who gets pushed into the spotlight.
If I was Paige, I would be in that locker room lighting people up. Ain't no way I put up 44 points and we still lost by 1. And the reason we lost by 1 is because there was no help side. And then, watched her go to the basket. Oh, that would send me through the roof. She a better team player than I am, because, boy, I will be lighting everybody up. I'll be sitting in the locker room calling everybody out by name, telling you what you didn't do, where you...
For months, Caitlin Clark was the undeniable face of the league, filling arenas, breaking ratings records, and carrying her team to playoffs while battling constant defensive pressure. But suddenly, the spotlight has shifted. Paige Bueckers is now being positioned as the new star, and it feels a little too convenient. Paige is skilled, marketable, and easy to promote. So what better way to elevate her profile than a 44-point game against a defense that barely showed up? The highlight reel looks incredible, but fans paying attention can't help but ask, is nobody noticing how easy this was? Meanwhile, Angel Reese has once again missed the postseason, and Clark fought her way in despite being double and triple-teamed every night. Yet the buzz around Paige is louder than ever. We've seen this before. Sports leagues love to build storylines. The NBA, the NFL, even professional wrestling all manufacture stars to sell the show. And right now, the WNBA is starting to look the same. Paige as the chosen one, Caitlin as a rival, and Angel as the underdog who never quite breaks through. It's a ready-made narrative, one that almost feels scripted.